Hi, my name is Raleigh Wilkins, and in addition to being the founder of Sales Platoon, I spent 20 years leading and developing high-performing sales teams at companies from startups through Fortune 1000 organizations. So if you're a VP of sales, a sales director, or a sales manager with frontline sales responsibility, and you carry a quota, I know firsthand what it's like to be you. This time of year is generally where we go into the hiring season, where we look to find the high potential, high quality, early career graduates out of college that we can then place into our sales organizations. We place them inside internships, and then we're going to onboard them and then train them on the specifics of sales that we need them to know for our product line. The challenge is that as I went into my sales career, and you probably went through this as well, nobody set you aside and said, hey, you're going to go into sales management, so here's a course that we're going to take you through in order to how to become an efficient recruiter, how to know what behavior traits to look for in the reps that you're looking for. Let's pattern the role that you have, and then let's make sure that you have the onboarding support and then sales training that's going to help you hit the number. It's very much an apprenticeship type of training where you're now responsible for training and onboarding your reps. But the challenge is, if you're a frontline sales manager and you have any open headcount, you're also being pulled down into frontline selling capability, meaning that you're having to carry a quota of your own and actually try to close the gap. So not only are you being saddled with trying to close the gap to quota that you have this time of year, you're also responsible for recruiting, which you got no training on likely, for onboarding, where there's usually not a formalized onboarding process, and then sales training, which is likely going to be different than what you experienced when you came up through the ranks yourself. And so the idea is, how do you start to get access to a different set of talent, maybe a different pool than other people are fishing in? So certainly recent college graduates are a good place to look at. But when you look at college graduates, what are you going to look for? You look certainly for someone that's a non-specific degree, maybe a business degree or marketing degree. But you're also looking, like I did, at varsity athletics. You're looking, do they have a second job? Do they understand how to work with the public? You're looking for certain resonance and grit that they have. And where else can you find that? So if you're looking at educational organizations that graduate every year, you got to look for places that everyone's not looking. And there is one organization that graduates more people in that demographic than anyone else in the country, and that is the U.S. military. But how do you translate that skill set for the U.S. military into people that are ready for frontline sales? You can't do it by taking them through a one-week course or a one-day course or an online course. It's not that they won't understand it. It's that simply the same reason you wouldn't take a talented high school senior who understands chemistry and move them, say, to Czech Republic and expect them to learn to speak the language and then learn the culture while they learn a very difficult subject matter. They need to be indoctrinated and transition from active duty in the military into what it means to be in the civilian workforce. And you can't do that online. You can't do that just by taking them through a course. It takes time. It took 14 weeks for us to take civilians and turn them into Marines. And who do we rely upon for that? We relied on Marines themselves. We didn't have a professional class of Marines who only did instruction, or we didn't hire civilian contractors. We took Marines who were at the top of their class and then brought them into drill instructor school, taught them then how to onboard and train civilians to become U.S. Marines. And that process took 14 weeks. So why do we give them 2 days when they come off active duty to learn how to become civilians? That's the reason that we set up Sales Platoon, to work with sales managers, sales VPs, inside organizations in order to help prepare the talent for you. We know what to look for because I was that U.S. Marine who made the transition 20 years ago myself, and then spent 20 years building sales teams along the way. So the idea is that we create an organization that meets them while they're still on active duty, teaches them the fundamentals of sales, puts them in an internship with our organization that then teaches them in a real classroom, see, learn, do, and teach mentality, and then places them with your organization in an apprenticeship where you then get to onboard them before you hire them, so that you get an opportunity to try before you buy and to have an evergreen source of high quality, high potential recruits. We have relationships with Hiring Our Heroes, we have relationships within the DoD, and then we have relationships with local Chicago organizations. If you're interested in seeing how you can create this kind of apprenticeship program for your organization, then please go ahead and click on the links that are included in this video, and I'd be happy to set up a call with you and talk about our process of transforming our military into high-performing sales reps so that they're always available to you throughout the year. I know firsthand how difficult this was. So again, not a professional video, that's just me talking to you. This is the reason I started this organization. If you're interested, click the link and we're happy to help in any way that I can. So sign up for more and we'll talk soon. Thanks.